Hey guys, this is Rexus5 back bringing you another episode of Spider-Man tips and tricks. I know that the opening gameplay is Borderlands because I wanted to get some talking out of the way. Thank you for visiting the channel, giving me a view, really appreciate it. I know that I am a small YouTuber and that I don't have a lot of followers, but every little thing helps. So if you want, like, comment, subscribe. If you don't want, don't bother because I do not give a care. We have a lot of people who don't care a whole lot in this world and don't want to support anything really. So, you know, I'm not going to force you to do it, but if you really want to and you want to support the channel, thank you. I really appreciate it. I've been trying to turn my YouTube and Twitch into something that I do for a living, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. But if it does, that'd be cool. Anyway, I'm using SHAREfactory to record this. I might get video editing software eventually if I have time, but, you know, I'm a very busy guy, so SHAREfactory is how it's going to be for a while. But I wanted to put a little bit more effort into my YouTube videos. So anyway, this is a video about Spider-Man and tips and tricks, and I'm going to be running through an entire base. So I will be showing you some things that I see as it happens and how I improve my combo game. I know the last video I uploaded was tips and tricks on, you know, just random stuff that you can do in Spider-Man, but this time I'm going to run through a base and actually show you some of the combat techniques that I use and stuff like that. So without further ado, here we go. We're gonna get into destroying this base. A lot of the tricks that I use are combo heavy, so I don't really like to take down a bunch of people. I just like to go straight into combo game. So a lot of what I do is the triangle square square thing, or the square circle when an enemy's webbed up. So, you know, stuff like that works really well, and I might upload another base takedown depending. But I have a lot of these base takedowns on my Twitch, so if you want to see a lot of awesome Spidey content, you can follow my Twitch. It's the same as my PlayStation username, which is Rexus5, R-E-X-U-S, and then the number 5. And yeah, if you wanted to see some cool Spidey content, it'll be on that Twitch. Hope you enjoy this video, and I will be doing a commentary of what I do when I do it, and showing you, you know, what a good base takedown looks like, and some mistakes that can be made, and some issues that I have with the combat. So without further ado, here you go. Hey guys, this is Rexus5 bringing you a base takedown. So I'm just going to be talking about some stuff that I do in this base takedown, tips and tricks that I showed you in another episode that I uploaded. A lot of what I do is using the weapon wheel or the gadget wheel to slow down time, which is, you know, good for combos. This is a pretty good combo right here. I've already got like almost 30. There are two ways that your combo can be killed. Oh, here, by the way, I set up a really awesome pop, which I did right there, where I L1'd and then L1 R1 and then canceled, which results in the object flying at you in a really super fast speed and taking out people. So if you have a large crowd around you and you happen to use that technique to pop one or multiple enemies away from you, it's pretty good. It's, you know, for style mostly. You can also get the same effect by using the force push ability. I forgot what it's called. It's in the top right corner, right next to the regular webs. I do a lot of air combos. I didn't go over that too intently in the tips and tricks video, but you can start it off with a super punch and then triangle web zip to them. Square square maybe would be a good follow-up, and then probably a holding square so that you do that swing kick. And if they fly away from you and they're still alive, use web zip again and then square square. You can, you know, combo game pretty hard in the air. As you see, I slowed down time there and grabbed that rocket. That's a good, effective method of dealing with rocket people. Rocket people are going to be the #1 combo enders for you in regular story mode. Anyone with a rocket, because for some odd reason, when you get higher combos, the game tends to like to not play any of the audio cues for rocket users, so it won't play that reloading sound it makes right before they shoot. It won't play that when they're about to shoot a rocket. And actually, the closer you get to a rocket user, the more chance you have of actually getting hit by one. So it's better to web zip and then stun them if they're farther away from you. You can press triangle, quickly go into slow-mo, and then select your shocky webs, and then press R1 and spam it so that he shoots it while he's web zipping towards them. That way you can stun them and keep them from launching rockets at you while you're web zipping over towards them. Sometimes I'll get hit by a rocket while web zipping towards them, and it's a huge pain in the ass to lose your combo while trying to get to them. So yeah, deal with them as quickly as possible is my advice. And if you want to know if there's any rocket users around you, an occasional super jump helps, because then you can see all the enemies that were next to you. It was cool that I missed that dodge, but he ended up getting hit by the missile instead of me, which doesn't usually happen. But then I launch over to that guy with a super jump, and as you saw, he did launch a rocket at me while I was coming towards him. Luckily, I was able to deal with it with slow-mo and L1 R1 because he was far enough away that I could throw the rocket back at him. Here's a cool combo, square X. The square X combo, where you press square and then he jumps off of the enemy. This is a now 100 hit combo, which I usually get pretty consistently. On spectacular difficulty, I don't tend to get them a whole lot because of the fact that enemies like to shoot every 5 seconds, and it's kind of hard to deal with enemies doing that over and over and over and over and over again. So it's kind of annoying, but you know, you deal with it. Incorporating a lot of thrown objects into your combos really helps because it trips everyone up and they all get hit, and it opens people up to combos. Another thing that you may not know is that the triangle square takedowns delete projectiles. They just completely get rid of projectiles altogether. So if you want to make a projectile disappear because you don't think you can web grab it quick enough, you can use the triangle circle and just delete it so that it doesn't exist altogether, because apparently that's something that the takedown can do, and they haven't patched it. I don't know if it's a glitch or what, but when the animation starts, that it'll either delete the object completely, or the object will explode before the animation finishes. And during that entire animation you have invincibility frames, so if you're able to press triangle circle before you can dodge or dodge roll, it's also useful for not getting hit because you're invincible during the entire time that the animation plays. For these shield guys, you can deal with them a lot easier just by grabbing their shields and throwing them at them, and it helps for clearing crowds as well because their shield counts as an object that can be thrown. Electric webs are probably the best way to deal with people who are Sable agents, because you can't use web attacks on them because of their armor. So it's better to use electric webs and electric punches if you're dealing with Sable. And this cannon's gonna finish it off. That was the last enemy, so I got around 101 or 105. Anyway, have a good one, guys. I'm glad I got to share this base with you, and I'll be posting more episodes in the future. See ya.